Okay, so we need to learn about direct objects. Okay, so with direct objects, we learn that we have a subject, which we know is like the person that's, doing the action. Then we have the verb, and then we have the direct object. Okay, so for example, I am the subject, need is the verb, and then the direct object could be anything, like I need water. Okay, so I say that the subject again is like the person, the verb is the action, and remember the subject could be like a thing, but in this case there's going to be people a lot of the time. And then the water is like considered the what of the sentence. For example, like I need what? Okay, I need water. Okay. So if we wanted to make it into a pronoun, a direct object pronoun, we would say I need, and we know pronouns are he, she, they, it. I need it. That's what replaces water. We don't want to say water, so we say the word it. So we know that we should circle water, and we know that it's replaced by it. Pretty easy concept. Gets a little complicated because we're in Spanish, and we don't always know what every word means, and so it's hard to find the what of the sentence. So for example, if I were to translate this, I would say yo, right? We don't need the yo, but why not? Yo necesito el agua. Now let's say I wanted to go ahead and, replace it. Just like I don't want to say water in here, I also don't want to say water in here. Well, the weird thing is that when we have one verb, so the rule is when we have one verb, the pronoun goes in front. So, one verb. That is the thing that should stand out. But most of these only have one verb. We don't really get too carried away with, I'm sorry, it's necesito. This is a C, this is an S. Anyways, so when we're trying to make I need it, we're going to put the pronoun in front of the verb. So agua is masculine because we know it's el agua. And so the pronouns for the what's are, and this is the charts that I always tell people to make, lo, la, los, and las. Okay, and so we can recognize that this is the masculine singular one, and so that's what we would replace it with. So it goes lo necesito. Alright, lo necesito. So that is how we make it. I need it. So you're saying it, I need. And I know it sounds really funny, but we're used to Spanish being backwards compared to English. So it is what it is. Okay, so back to this chart. We know that the what's are lo, la, los, and las. Okay, so if you ever want to talk about the what of the sentence and you want to make it into a pronoun, an it, you use lo and la. So if you want to replace it with an it, you have to use lo and la in Spanish. If you want to replace it with a them, you use los and las. For example, if you want to say, I buy the tickets. So, compro los boletos. Okay, that's on page 55. Okay, so on page 55, you need to know your vocab. So I buy the tickets, you realize, oh, I want to circle this. This is my what of the sentence. This is my direct object of the sentence. So therefore I have to replace it with one of these. A lo, a la, los, or las. Well, you know that it's masculine, and you know that it's plural, so you know it's a los. And the rule, as you know, says if there's one verb, the pronoun goes in front of it. So we put los compro. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, what if there's two verbs? Well, you have options. If you say I want to buy them, you can either say, option one is los quiero. Remember, quiero means to buy, or I want, and comprar. You can put it in front of the first verb, okay? Or you can say, quiero comprar, I'm sorry if I'm writing off screen so much, los, and you can actually attach it to the infinitive. So you have two options here. When there's two verbs, you have the option of putting it in front of the first verb, just like rule number one, or you can go ahead and put it in front, or attach it to the second verb. Notice this verb is not conjugated, it's in the infinitive. Alright, so you can attach a lot of things to the infinitive. We love attaching pronouns to infinitives. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for now.